Aquarians, it's Amanda here with your November 2018 RuneScope. This month, in conjunction with the runes, I will be using the Paulina Tarot by Paulina Cassidy. Then as always, be sure to join me after this video for part 2 of your November reading. I will be pulling and interpreting one card from the Viking cards by Gudrun Bergman and Olafur Gudlagsson. So yeah, that link is below to my Vimeo channel. If you are new here, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. If you find that my videos for previous months that are completed, were accurate and that I am indeed connecting with your energy, please do click the subscribe button. That will ensure that future content will go right to your feed and you won't have to go looking for me. But let's jump in to the rune bag and see what November holds for Aquarians. November 2018 and Aquarians. What are you going to be up to? Now, as always, Aquarius, keep in mind these are general readings for thousands of people who identify in some way with the sign of Aquarius. So not all of these messages will be for you. I will be connecting with, you know, different groups, sometimes just single people who need the messages the most this month. So as always, you can check the video for your rising sign as well. I always advise that because you can get additional messages and information regarding what's coming up. It could be a totally different area than what we'll be focusing on in this reading, or sometimes it can clarify some things that we may talk about in this reading. If you would like something far more specific, if you need some guidance regarding what's specifically going on in your life, the only way I can do that is in a private session when I'm connecting just with you one-on-one and, you know, focusing the lens, if you will, just on you and your circumstances and the people in your life. So you can always set up an appointment with me by just dropping a line to my email address, runescopes4u@gmail.com. You'll find it here in the video and below with the Vimeo link. So let's see, in general, what's going on with Aquarius? Challenger focus, that's where we always begin. And in November, at some point in the month, or maybe throughout the month, for the tarot card that's coming up here, we've got the Four of Wands in reverse. And this is what it looks like upright. Paulina Cassidy is such a gifted artist. If you've never seen her work before, I do encourage you to Google her and check it out. She's truly gifted. Well, you do have 3 major arcana here, Aquarius, so I will tell you November could be a pretty significant month for you. There could be some major things that come up here. Four of Wands in reverse with this rune. Let me just see what's coming through here with this energy. Well, your challenge could be around some sort of delay. Regarding family, the Four of Wands is very much it's either maybe a family event, could be Thanksgiving if you live in the States. We do celebrate that in November. Maybe somebody can't make it. They don't know if they're going to be able to make it. You're not hearing back from someone because they're not sure. It could be that you're hearing somebody's getting divorced. Esau is the rune of divorce, separation, being frozen out, ghosted. You're not getting communication from somebody, you're not hearing from somebody, and you don't know if they're going to be able to make an event. And with the Four of Rods, it could be a family member. Now, for others of you, this could be another member of the family, like they're going through a divorce. This is going to be the first Thanksgiving where we, you know, don't have an in-law there because they've just gone through a divorce, or you know, that may be what somebody's dealing with and they're not ready to kind of socialize. So, but for others of you, this could be a delay around planning a wedding. I do feel, because normally in the upright, that's what this is. There's, you know, it can be very much like a wedding, an engagement announcement. A wedding could be canceled. A date could be pushed back because maybe the couple is not sure that they're going to stay together. It could be you that is considering this, or you that's going through this, or someone close to you here, Aquarius. Again, general reading. For some of you, it could be you. For others of you, it's going to be someone else. So yeah, we could have a broken engagement, a broken agreement, a wedding being delayed or canceled. Excuse me. Let's see if there's anything else coming through with this. I'm not getting anything else coming, so it's pretty specific this month. So for those of you that this is not happening, your messages are probably going to be coming through in your rising sign instead of your sun sign this month. It's a very specific challenge for most of you. But yeah, maybe for some of you, maybe this is just a breach. You're not communicating with a family member. But I mean, the Four of Rods in reverse is still not a terrible card. So maybe there's just a delay. If there was an argument or a disagreement, it doesn't mean you'll never speak again, but there will be a period of time where you're kind of like, maybe both taking some time to recalibrate, think about things before you come back together again, or renew your conversations, or get back in touch with someone. Now, for others of you, this could just be you're thinking about a family member that is no longer here, maybe because they've passed away, or because you, again, you're not on speaking terms, and you're just thinking about it. Or you're thinking about how two other people within the family who aren't speaking, how that's affecting everyone as the group, because maybe you are trying to get people to come together for an event, Thanksgiving, some kind of birthday party, an anniversary, a wedding, whatever it is. It could just be you're thinking about it, some of you, and wishing that were not the case, or wondering if that can be rectified, or if it can't, just sad that that's the case maybe, or, you know, feeling like it's challenging to plan this event when you've got to take that into account. Well, these two people don't speak, so which one do I invite? That sort of thing. Now, in the present energy, you do have the Strength card. So the present energy, for some of you, this could be going on, what I'm going to talk about in this position, whenever you're watching this video, no matter when it is. For others of you, this would be more end of October into early November-ish. But again, with a general reading, I can't put significant timelines on anything because there are so many people. And you're all dealing with similar energies, similar themes, but it's not going to be at the same time or in the same way, which is why so many different messages will come through. The runes here are indicating that strength is all about perseverance. It can be a card of physical strength could be a challenge for you or someone close to you, but although you've got Urus here. So this indicates that's a very good rune of health. Somebody's strong, they've got their energy back, they've got their mojo back. So Aquarius, if you have been going through a time, you or someone close to you that you care about, if you've been you or they have been going through a time where they were dealing with an illness or a disease or health problems, it looks like this is being rectified. There is a plan, a way forward, something is working, a treatment, or you know, a surgery, any kind of surgical intervention. This has gone well or will go well. And this is going to be the key to this person recovering or you recovering. Now, this can also be in an emotional sense, though. You've persevered. You've stuck with it. It's been difficult. Maybe being severed, having severed ties from this member of the family. It's been very difficult, hard on you, emotionally strenuous, but you've persevered. And, you know, hung in there. Sometimes that's all we can do. All we can do sometimes is just hang in there. And that's what the Strength card means to me. When it comes up for me, when it comes up for people I'm reading for in private readings, that's the #1 way it comes through. And, you know, it doesn't come through that way for other readers, but everybody reads differently. I haven't read the textbook really in private readings. I haven't read by the textbook tarot card or rune readings for years because that's just a guiding starting point. I mean, I've been doing this for more than 20 years. So, you know, the key is once you kind of get past that beginner phase, these start meaning different, they talk to you in different ways because your spirit guides are using that as a tool, but the real messages are coming from elsewhere. So, just wanted to explain, because a lot of people will say, no, this card doesn't mean that. Well, it may not mean that to you, but it means that to me. And my spirit guides know that it means that to me, so they wouldn't put it here if I'm not supposed to be. Sorry about that, Aquarius, the batteries died. As I was saying, yeah, this is what this card means to me when it comes up. And then, but you also have this rune, so it's kind of reinforced because this rune is very similar to the strength card in that this is about recovery, emotional recovery, physical recovery of you or someone else, and a new beginning. Ingwaz is here. So there's luck, new prospects, new beginnings. It's a good time to start new things, end of October, beginning of November for you. A good time to set new goals and to put effort into something. This can also mean, yeah, I'm very driven. I'm very driven to accomplish this. Or now that this is taken care of, I'm going to set a new goal and move forward with this. And it can also be, for some of you, reconnecting with this person. That if you were one of the people that it was a disagreement or somebody you hadn't spoken with, there's been some problems. You're either maybe getting another chance at making this bond stronger. Sometimes when we argue or disagree or something happens between us and somebody we're close to, if you come back together and work it out, the bond is even stronger. So that could be what some of you are dealing with here. Others of you, it's just like, okay, well, that relationship didn't work out, or, you know, we're not going to be able to maybe move forward, but I'm still, you know, going to move forward with or without this person in my life. And it seems like you're excited about this. Some of you may be glad you don't have to deal with this person anymore, but I think most of you are getting another chance at either renewing this relationship, making it stronger. Yeah, there is an element here of being excited to put effort into a relationship, into a goal, or just feeling better, feeling renewed, feeling hopeful, but also that you have your emotional equilibrium back, that you have your physical energy back, you're feeling better, or someone close to you is. So there's still a bit of, with Dayag and Strength, both of them can often be, though, this is more of a process. This is, you know, there's still a ways to go, but you're hopeful and excited about where the road is leading, whether it's the relationship, health, whatever the concern here. Now, the help that's going to be available in November, we do have the Page of Pentacles. So this could be a person in your life. It could be the person that was coming up here for some of you. This would normally be Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Pages can be children or your child, no matter what their age, because you always view them as, you know, your little kid. So this could be that kind of energy. And if it is your child, this person is helping you in some way. Maybe they were helping you, they're helping you feel better. Maybe they were the one that made you go to the doctor. Maybe they are the ones recovering from an illness or recovering from something. Maybe they are the one, for some of you, reconnecting if you've had an argument or a fight. This could also just be a message. Pages can often bring messages in email, text, whatever, voicemail, however, Facebook Messenger, Twitter. It's a digital message generally these days. But yeah, it could be a message about health. It could be somebody who is giving you excellent advice. So this could be advice from a doctor, it could be a recommendation that you or someone else go see someone. For others of you, this could be news of a new job opportunity that you find on the internet, find digitally some way. So maybe somebody sends you a link because, yeah, this would be like just like you see the listing. It's very early stage yet, but it's coming up as a help to you. So either you're supposed to see it, you're supposed to apply for it. This is supposed to be a new direction that you take. Some of you may be enrolling in a new course because the Page of Pentacles is the student card. So you could be deciding to get a certification or go back to school, or you could be just studying very hard in November, trying to get something completed, a project. This could also be somebody you're working with on a project. Anything you're studying for in November, you will like really be focused on that. And for some of you, maybe this recovery is your grades. Those of you that are in university or still in school, this may just be like, I gotta really get back on it here, or I'm going to delay graduation. I may not graduate. I'll have to go back and redo something. So this could be grade recovery. It could be a project you're given to bring up your grade if you're in school. But it could also be like good advice for your child here. That's, you know, they're going to start doing better. Maybe because they feel better. Maybe they've had to be out of school if you've had a child dealing with an illness and now they're finally able to go back. But others of you, it will be helpful to apply for new opportunities that you're excited about if you want a new job. If you're trying to recover your finances, if that's the kind of recovery we're talking about. Others of you, yeah, it could be going back to school to improve something. And it doesn't have to be like a 4-year degree or something, you know. It could be just a course you can take online, or something that you want to get certified in that you can add to your resume. It could also be advice from a health professional. Again, recommending that you go see this person, and then because you go see this person, you know, the specialist or whatever, you or the person that you care about starts recovering from whatever is ailing. What must be accepted about November? We do have the Temperance card. Again, another major arcana, just like the Strength card. So this is about patience, balance, two things that don't normally go together, finding a way to work together. It's about compromise, compromising differences, agreeing to disagree and move forward. Two people who have trouble getting along, coming together and figuring out a way to resolve something. So for some of you, again, this is going back to this energy, like how can we work this out? You also have Yera, which is fairness and balance, legalities, contracts, negotiations. So there's something being negotiated, whether it's just peace between two people, healing course, you know, like what course are we going to take to make you feel better, to make this person well? Is it going to be, are we going to use some sort of medication, or is it something else? Yeah, maybe somebody's like, I don't want to take any medication. I don't want to do that. Is there an herbal remedy, or is there something else I can do instead of that? So there may be kind of like, I don't want to do that. And then, but maybe the specialist is saying, well, we have to do some form of that. So there's, again, compromise. You may have to sacrifice something in order to be well. Or the person that you care about may have to sacrifice something if they really want to be well, because whatever this is being recommended will work. But yes, you'll have to give up something to get something. And there seems to be maybe some fear of the unknown here for someone. We have the Rune of Secrets here. So there could be a bit of, I don't know how this is going to affect me, or I'm unsure how this will affect my child or my parent, or... but I'm, you know, willing to give it a go, and we'll see. There's a way that your fears are going to be allayed. You know, it is one of those things where it's like, you know, let's try it, and if it doesn't work, we can go back to the drawing board. There's also a compromise regarding, again, if this is an event, you know, when we're planning some sort of event and we have to invite a lot of different personalities, into one room, and sometimes those personalities don't exactly mesh very well, not all of them. We can kind of try to anticipate, well, if this happens, we'll do that. And, you know, there's the fear of the unknown in that too, but you may just have to kind of be like, you know, Aquarius, are people going to blame you? I don't think so. So don't take too much on yourself. Everybody's responsible for their own behavior. So if this is like an event planning thing and you're like, oh, I'm so worried that this is going to be upsetting, or like it's going to not go well, or there are going to be arguments and fights and things like that. Again, there's a way to compromise on this. There's a way to kind of come to an agreement to where you feel better about it. And it could have to do with making something legal. So we could be talking about a wedding. Like, are we inviting, you know, this relative that doesn't talk to mom, or, you know, or maybe it's your parents and they're not together and they don't speak and they haven't gotten along for years. And you're like, I have to invite both of them. And it's like trying to figure out a way. So you may need to talk to both of them, figure out what's going to be best. Maybe one should come to the ceremony, one should come to the reception. Somebody else got that. I forget who else was planning a wedding, but somebody else got that for November. If you get it in your rising sign and it's that reading too, I mean, this is really applying to you in November, or someone in your family. Getting two people that don't get along at an event. It doesn't have to be a wedding, but yeah, and trying to figure out how best to keep them happy, but also not ruin the day for the people it's in honor of or meant for, or the reason that it's meant for. For a lot of you though, this could be, like I said, the holiday, Thanksgiving, where you're like, okay, this is our first Thanksgiving where these two people are no longer together, or they're not speaking. And, you know, there's something about it that is affecting the event itself. Maybe where it's going to be held. Maybe they always had it at their house, and now you're like, well, who's going to have it now? Who's going to host? But there's something that can be worked out. It's just like, oh, there's this fear of the unknown. Pedro has a lot of luck associated with it though. There is an element of risk. I mean, we can't possibly know every little single detail going into something like this. You've always got to leave some things to chance. So, but yeah, with Yera, it's saying like whatever you put effort into, if you put effort into trying to compromise or trying to kind of weigh things up or figure out what's you know, what, talking to people, what would be the best, getting some advice, right? You are going to get results from that. That will be balanced, fair, and that, you know, everybody could be happy with. It's like you may have to compromise on something, but so does the other person. Compromise means both people give up something to get, you know, achieve a common goal. Now the outcome of this, again, another major arcana, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So, timing is everything in November. So kind of the timing of these events, if you watch and follow astrology, really pay attention to what's going on, which days are gonna be maybe difficult for you in your chart. Listen to those astrology readings and be like, okay, I'm not gonna try to get people to compromise on that day because it just wouldn't work, right? It's probably gonna be better to talk on these, you know, better aspected days, because what I'm seeing here, Aquarius, is you could have a tendency to bend over backwards and make yourself, like really put yourself out there and make yourself overly vulnerable to being hurt again by someone who maybe has hurt your feelings before, or someone else could be doing that. Like they're over compromising, okay? They're giving too much. They're being too open. And Need is saying that's not fair and balanced. That's not, you know, there shouldn't be one person who's getting all of the condescension or reaping all of the benefits with this. It should be both people. And you may be dealing, we do have Strength is the card of associated with Leo, and Temperance is associated with Sagittarius. So I feel like, you know, for some of you, you may be dealing with a Leo and a Sagittarius. Maybe they are the two people that aren't speaking, or maybe, you know, you have Leo or Sag rising, and, You know, the message here is clear that if somebody has used you and abused you and taken advantage of you before, they're going to continue to do so if you keep allowing it to happen. You or anyone else. So they need to understand that, you know, maybe it's their turn to give up something. If they truly, truly want whatever it is they may be saying that they want, whether it's peace or everybody to kind of come together, they have to be willing to kind of give some, you know, sometimes what this comes down to, especially if it's like, you know, people at, you know, whether to invite this person or these difficult personalities all being at one place, sometimes what one person wants is just, I want you to tell me that I'm more important. I want the other person to have to accommodate me, not, you know, this fair, both of us having to, you know, it's kind of like somebody may be taking an event, especially if it's your wedding, Aquarius. They may be taking this event and making it about them, which is not okay. That's when you're like, well, you know, it's my day. And, you know, maybe you should call them on that. You know, it's not really about you and what, or that person and what anybody wants. It's about me and how I can have a day that's not ruined by petty, nasty stuff. So if we can, you know, you may have to pull a hard line here, Aquarius, if this is you planning this event and not wanting it to be ruined by other people, making it about them. You may have to say, either we're going to compromise and do it this way, or neither of you will be able to come. So we're going to have to figure something out. It just ain't working. So I think it is going to come down to timing with Wheel of Fortune. It's like, okay, you're going to be here for one part of it and you're going to be here for another part. And for the Thanksgiving thing, if this is what this is, some of you may be like, well, why don't you come for Thanksgiving and then, you know, mom or dad or uncle or whoever can come for Christmas, or, you know, I'll go see dad for Thanksgiving and I'll come see you for Christmas, mom. Whatever, you know, again, timing. But somebody may still be like, you should be at my house for both of them, or, you know. Again, it's kind of like, I want you to show me I'm most important. Now, Aquarius, these energies, because they're general readings, as I often say in these, this energy can always work both ways. If you're the one doing this and trying to make someone, you know, choose you over somebody else, it's not, you know, maybe they would, who knows, but they can't do that for whatever reason in this situation. So try not to put somebody in that awkward, difficult position. Although for most of you, I think that this is you being put in that position in some way. Now this can also have something to do with, because Wheel of Fortune is about, again, luck. It has several things in common with the Pedro rune. Luck, just going into things and kind of seeing how they there's a risk involved, right? So, yeah, I feel like some of you may just have to kind of, you can't maneuver everybody. You can't control every little aspect of it. You are a fixed sign, Aquarius. So sometimes, you know, the fixed signs really, like, I don't like surprises. I don't like unexpected. And unfortunately, the Wheel of Fortune and Pedro can both have that element of surprise. You can't control other people's behavior, though. So, I mean, it's not going to reflect on you. Especially if you've tried, you know, to kind of tried your best to work this out. But I mean, it does seem like no matter what you do here, Aquarius, somebody may be feeling like they were used and abused, taken advantage of, like, you know, you favored someone else over them. So, I mean, you know, I do feel like, but you're going to know you didn't. There are going to be other people saying, wow, it's impressive what, you know, that you were able to get it worked out this way even. So you are going to make progress. You are going to make progress. Others of you, I think this is just a stroke of luck when it comes to someone who has been taking advantage of you in some way. And it could be financially, because Wheel of Fortune is a financial card and Page of Pentacles is more of a financial card. But I also feel like those of you who have been really feeling under the weather, it's really like a stroke of luck is happening. It's the right time for some new treatment to begin. It's like it kind of came like a miracle, and it was a miracle. Some of you are getting a miracle. It's also with a job offer. Like there's a reason maybe you are finding this opportunity out of nowhere, or it's being linked to you. It's to get you out of a situation that where you've been used and abused, taken advantage of for too long. And you may have felt like, man, this is, I don't know if I can be patient any longer with this situation. And then bam, out of nowhere, the wheel turns. And when it's upright, the Wheel of Fortune is indicating good things are happening. You're at the top of the wheel, not the bottom. You've already done your time at the bottom. And now it's your turn to rise up. So yeah, that's what I see here, Aquarius, in general for the month of November. But as I mentioned, meet me over on Vimeo. I'm going to shuffle the Viking cards, and we will see what further guidance and wisdom we can get for handling this energy in the month of November. That link again is below. I will see you over there, and I'll see you back here next time. Thanks for watching.